Hello everybody, welcome back to the shop. I know, it's time we get back to work, quit loafing. But hey, I got news for you. Ain't been no loafing going on. Oh no. That's the set of wings that's got the gear in it. I got the flaps installed and ailerons. I'm working on this set of wings. And I got them all cut up. Got one flap installed. But we're going to have us a hinging lesson here, guys. Let me grab a hinge. Now, I've seen this a lot in the jet world. And anyone that builds a jet should know how to hinge a model airplane. But I have ran across in the past jets that this was not done correctly to. Take, for instance, A4. That blue A4 sure does look pretty. You get a little bit away from it. You get close, man. I got jacked that airplane up. If anyone knows who built that airplane, call the cops on it, because there has to be some law he broke doing that to that airplane. He jacked it, man. I gotta gut it. It's completely down to nothing. I ain't got to cut the hinges out, but I can because they're this far. He hinged them wrong. Okay, guys? That A4 is hinged where this hinge point is all the way out here. Okay? It's way, way out there. And then it gets to rock in motion and it don't twist. Okay, and then he had to cut off these flanges to get them to move. These flanges down here. Now, to install these hinges correctly, they got to be pretty deep inside. Okay, when you're hinging rounded flaps like this, okay, you got to take the center of your roundness. Okay? At the center of a circle, right there. Okay? Now your hinge pivot point, right there at that pin, should line up with this. Okay? It has to be that deep to be correct. Okay? And how you can check this, okay, come up here and you pinch that. You put it in, you use a drill bit that's just a frickle too small, so you got to shove it in. Okay? Okay, this drill bit is the same size as this. Okay, but you got to get one just a little bit bigger for this knuckle. Okay, you drill this hole first. Drill that dude about that deep, about 1.25 inches. Okay, about 25 millimeters you got. Okay, then you take this bigger bit and you go in about 1/4 inch. Oh, 3/8 of an inch, because you got to go that deep. And that's probably 3/8 of an inch right there. Okay? Now, you got this hole drilled, and you got that knuckle that deep. Well, what I do is I still got this bigger drill bit in there, and you see the flap. I'll show you on the next one. I'll show you, I got one more wing I'm going to do. But I kind of just put this drill bit in here like this in the drill and kind of get my angle so that can move down. See, this is a flap, so it don't have to go both ways. Well, when I'm doing an aileron, I just hold that drill bit like that and press down into it right on top of that hole I got drilled. And then take my X-Acto or this drill bit, and kind of clean it out. So you can still can move. Now, okay, when you got a normal flap, see, I got this pin in the back one, but if you're going all the way across, you got to make sure all them pins line up. Even though they're getting deeper and deeper, right here they got to be that deep. That hinge point's got to be that deep. Okay? You say, man, there ain't much sticking out there to stick in the other wood, but wait, I got a little trick for that too. So, but how you line up all these pins, okay, you got to get a flat table. Use you some 30-minute epoxy so you got plenty of time. And you got all these drilled, and you pretty much know, you can stick that right there and then mark it and know how deep you got to go. Okay, once you get it all drilled out and you got it to move where you want it to move and everything, then I recommend carbon fiber. You can get that carbon fiber tube, install it in your hinge, and you can make this here long part longer. Okay, now that's the part that's going to get in your plane. That'll also take this flex out of that plastic. You see what I mean? Then you got your hinge, then you can cut this off right there and stick this in your wing, but with the carbon, not this brass. But brass would probably work if you roughed it up, maybe drilled some holes in it so that epoxy can grab good. But you don't install this yet, okay? You put in this one where it needs to be, you got this in one where it needs to be, come to a flat table with all your other hinges installed with slow epoxy. You can put this one in first, let it set up, put this one in, let it set up, because you can tell where they need to be, how deep, mark it. Install these center ones, put them on a flat table to where all these are sticking straight down and where all them bottoms line up. That will line up all your pins to where it'll move right. Because if you got one pin this deep and another pin that deep, it won't work. But I hate to see planes that ain't hinged correctly. But how you check this, you put your fingernail right there and you rotate it, and if your fingernail don't get farther away or start rubbing, that's perfect. Okay? That is just absolutely perfect. Now, someone else had a question. Said he needs to patch a hole. Okay? Patching holes are easy, guys. We got a minute left. Okay. Now if it's on a curved surface,